In Unit 2, we're dealing with inequalities. Inequalities simply means that we're comparing two things, and one of the things is bigger or smaller than the other of the things. And there's a lot of words that can give you clues as to which side is bigger or smaller. And in problem number 1, we're going to make sure that we're really good at knowing which words and phrases match with which of the symbols. So let's go through those right now. Let's start actually down at part D, because sometimes we're comparing two things and those two things are exactly the same. So if you see the words the same as, then that means we're not doing an inequality. It just means that they're equal, so that we would call that an equality. So I want to start off by saying that it isn't always the case that one thing is bigger than the other. If the two things are the same, we'll say that they're equal. And so now we're going to start going through the others. So if we see the words at most, what does that mean? If I have at most 10 minutes to get ready, that means that I can't take more than 10 minutes to get ready. So if I have at most 10 minutes to get ready, I either get 10 minutes to get ready or I have to do it in less than that. So what we need is a less than or equal to, because if we have at most 10 minutes, we can take 10 minutes or we can do less. So we're going to do less than or equal to. So the top part means less than, and the bottom part with that line there means it also could be equal to. So there we go. Speaking of, how do you know that this way is less than, and how do you know that this way is greater than? I wonder if there's like a easy way to remember that. And I found two. First of all, if you notice here my left hand, do you see how my left hand, when I go like this, it kind of looks like a less than sign? However, if I take my right hand, it doesn't work that way. So the word left hand and less than, they kind of sound the same. And so that's one way that I remember that the less than symbol goes this way. Another way that I remember that this one is the less than, these two are less than, is that the letter L, if you take the letter L and kind of squish it down like this, do you see how if we take the letter L and squish it, it also makes, the appearance of being less than. So those are two ways that I remember that when it goes this way, it's less than. Anyways, now let's go to at least. If I'm going to have at least 10 minutes to get ready, then that means that I can get ready, and it's okay if I get ready in 10 minutes, or it's okay if it takes longer than that. But if it's going to take at least 10 minutes to get ready, I know that I'm not going to be able to do it in 5 minutes. So it'll have to be more than or equal to. So at least is greater than or equal to. So greater than would be the ones that go this way. So I have to pick one of these, and then when it's or equal to, then I use that. So at least would be this symbol right here. Let's see if we can move a little bit faster now. Part B, more than. Okay, so that's going to be one of these symbols, because that's the more than or the greater than. And it doesn't say equal to, so we don't want the one with this at the bottom. So we'll pick this. Less than, same thing as more than, but it's going the other way. So less than would be this one. And again, it doesn't say or equal to, so we know that it will just be this and not that. All right, we already did part D. Let's move on to part E. So for greater than, again, greater than is going to be one of these symbols. And since it doesn't say or equal to, we know that it'll just be this one right here. Next, we have more than or equal to. So the word more than means it's either going to be that or that. And then since it says or equal to, then we're going to have that line underneath. So if you see the words more than or equal to, you would choose this symbol. Less than or equal to would be the same thing, but then going the other way. So these two are our less thans, and since it's or equal to, we'll choose the one that has the line underneath. One more to go, greater than or equal to. So greater than means it's either going to be this one or this one, and the fact that we have an or equal to means we'll choose the one with the line underneath. before you do the quiz, before you do the test, you need to make sure that you can easily, if you see these words in a sentence, you would be able to easily know which one of these to write down. So that'll be something you'll want to work on over the coming weeks as you prepare for the test.